All right, so another speaking practice. Welcome to another speaking practice by IELTS Johnny IELTS. Okay, so today we're going to do a speaking practice with Mr. Hưng again. And now let's go to part one. All right, so let's do the topic of 24 car trips. So do you like to travel by car, Mr. Hưng?
Yes, uh, I would like to travel by car because I can travel with whole family, with family members. So we we only travel by car and we can visit any place
You can
we
visit any place we want.
we want. Yeah.
I see. So how often do you travel by car then?
Uh, Um, Normally I travel, uh, I I go out every weekend, and sometimes I can travel about 100 kilometers to visit somewhere.
I see. But
But
the
ho-
question
but if
focuses.
I have any long plan for traveling,
Okay,
uh,
but the question focuses on traveling by car and how often do you do that? Can you try that again? How often do you travel by car?
um,
Let's try again.
I I travel by car 3 times per year, normally in summer time, uh, when children have summer holiday, so we can travel for 2 or 3 days by car. Uh,
Say, so do you like to sit in the front or back when traveling by car? Let's assume that you do not have to drive. Let's
yeah,
assume you have to drive, okay? Bây giờ cứ coi như là mình không phải lái xe đi. Let's assume that you do not have to drive. So, do you like to sit in the front or back when traveling by car? Hmm. Let's assume that some
um, I
form.
would like to sit in the uh, front when traveling by car, especially close to driver,
Mhm.
so I can see your road and I can talk with driver, so you can know how long we get the location and what
How
is
long?
that
The
um,
location. The location.
the location, and we can see the opposite cars, and yeah, and
And
of course we can have wider view if we sit in a front. Yeah.
okay, I see. So, do you think sitting in the back of the car is a safer option? Let's think
Uh,
about when
I
accident.
think so. I think so. If we sit in the back of the car, it is safer
Hmm,
because normally um if the accident happen in your front mainly, so if we can sit in the back, it is better, it is safer. I think
and
so.
if the car hit the road or hit
Yes.
the traffic lamp or
Yeah.
hit the bridge or anything, the
Yeah.
people back
Anything
will find it will be safer and they will not
will be
die in the
safer.
accident.
Yeah.
That's why we have something called the air, what's it called? The airbag, I think. An airbag is supposed to inflate, bùng lên, thổi
Yeah,
lên, thổi lên,
and
lên, phồng lên. So the airbag is supposed to inflate about 0.2 or 0.3 second after the impact of the car, I think.
yeah,
After the impact of the car with an object. The airbag is supposed to inflate. If it doesn't, you're in big trouble. Of course, if it doesn't inflate, you're in big trouble. And the person sitting in the front is in a worse position. Is in a worse or a better position. It depends. Ở một cái vị trí hoặc là vị thế tệ hơn hoặc tốt hơn. The word position can mean so many different meaning, you know. It can mean vị trí, it can mean vị thế, cái thế đó. Yeah. It can mean so many different things. So let's try again. Do you think sitting in the back of the car is a safer option?
I think I think sitting in the back of the car is safer. Position
Yes.
when we travel by car. Because that position is far from the back. It is maybe it's maybe the hitting point when we have any
Oh,
accident.
impact, you mean?
Yeah,
The
impact.
cái điểm để mà chấn đợi cái điểm chấn thương.
Point that is the point of impact
The point of
when we
impact.
have any accident.
The point of impact is when something hit your car. That point is a
Yeah.
point of impact.
Yes.
And well, sitting in the back of a car, it depends on what the point of impact is. If someone hit you perpendicular to your car movement, then everyone in the car is in danger, you know.
Perpendicular.
Nếu mà nếu mà nó đâm vào cái kiểu mà vuông góc với cái chuyển động của cái xe á, thì ai cũng nguy hiểm thôi.
Yeah.
If someone hit your car perpendicular to your car movement or your car direction, everyone is in danger. But if someone hit you, how can I say, direct hit.
It means that
Mhm.
the accident can be happen from everywhere.
Exactly, but I'm talking about
Yeah.
like
However,
you are
the
hit.
more danger direction is come from front. So
Direct hit. Yes, direct hit.
at a direct hit. So if it happens,
Luôn. Yeah.
so we can be safer if we sit in the back. So
Okay. All right. So where is the longest journey you have traveled by car then?
I travel to Galway last year. That is the longest journey of my travel plan in last few years. So it took 5 hours for traveling, and we stay there for 3 days and come back also by car. Yeah. That means 3 days for of my trip. My trip took 3 days and it took 5 hours for traveling. It is the place is Galway. It is a part of West Ireland.
West Ireland? You mean West Ireland?
Yet West Ireland.
West Ireland. Ireland.
Ireland. Yeah, West Ireland.
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 You remember the word I and ah are pronounced ire, right?
I
Desire,
am
desire, admire, you know? So Ireland, West Ireland,
Ireland.
West
Ireland.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ireland.
The last question in this topic is, do you prefer to travel by car or by motorbike? Why? Why not?
I prefer to travel by car rather than by motorbike because if we travel by car, we can carry uh,
Yes.
a lot of necessary luggage. So if we travel by motorbike, we cannot take everything there. And another one is we travel by car is safer,
Safer.
and yes, and with a group, not only 2 people.
You know, I think it's the safest one is to
Yes,
travel on roads that are crowded
yes,
with people, you know?
exactly.
Because when it's crowded, you cannot go fast. Nobody can go fast.
Yes,
And there would not be any kind of accident, you know?
yeah. So the motorboat, we have bigger space to carry luggage,
Of course.
and the capacity is larger,
Larger. The capacity
larger,
is larger,
and
larger.
yeah, we can travel with a group, with family, a group of people, a team, and the last one is uh, the
One,
safety, the safety. So we traveling by car is safer.
of
So,
course. Now,
and of course, we can go further.
of course, I can go further. Now, so let's talk about environmental protection. So, do you do anything to protect the environment?
Mm, what about
First of
um,
first of all,
first of all, uh, I can classify
waste.
waste. So I think that is the most
Yeah, most of it.
that is
That
the
the
most
most
important.
that
That
is
is
the most
the most important thing I can do to protect the environment.
the environment.
The environment.
The
Uh,
environment.
and another thing is planting tree. So I can plant some trees in my house or in my garden. So I think it is good to protect environment. And the and another thing is I cycle as
Of
much
course,
as possible
as much as
if
possible.
I can.
Of course. Now, will you do anything in the future to protect the environment?
I think if I have a new house, I will use solar for electricity, so it can help to protect environment because that is green energy.
Hmm.
So that is my plan.
So that's your plan, I see.
Yeah.
Now, um, so how about your friends and your family and your children? Have they done anything to protect the environment? Just a question.
Um, that they also classify waste as the main thing to protect the environment.
Mm,
And of course, they learn how to plant trees and how to protect trees, plant that tree and protect trees, and do not destroy trees or something like that. It means that it helps to protect environment. The,
yes.
mm,
All right. So did you learn about environmental protection at school?
um, we I do not learn a lot about environmental protection at school.
Mm,
Um,
and how you feel
but
about that?
I learn about the effects of some process on environment, such
Mm,
as how to create carbon dioxide, dioxide,
carbon dioxide.
dioxide, how to create carbon dioxide, and we know that tree can help to create, and we know that protect trees and protect forests. It means help to protect environment.
Hmm.
We do not learn a lot about that. However, we learn about the process, and after that, we can learn about environmental protection.
You see. Now, so would you like to work in a company related to environmental protection? You know, working in those company, you work in the green sector,
Yeah,
and people think differently about that line of work. But the competition isn't that much because a lot of people in Vietnam and in other countries still think that working in environmental protections, you deal with garbage all the time.
yeah, I think so. I would like to work in the company related to environmental protection. Uh, but my domain is computer science, so I work in the computer. However, if I can choose something, so I would like to work with the task related to environmental protection.
Environmental protection, I see.
Yeah, so, such as sometimes I did volunteer tasks with my friend to clean the beach,
Clean the
the rivers, uh, plenty in the park or something like that to do several campaigns related to environmental protection. Yeah.
I see. Now let's come to part 2 and part 3 now. So okay, so let's do number 9 here. Describe a puzzle you have completed. It can be a jigsaw or crossword. Miêu tả một cái trò ô chữ hoặc là một cái giải đố nào đó mà bạn đã hoàn thành. Nó có thể là jigsaw là mấy cái mà xếp hình, crossword là giải ô chữ. You should say what it is like, cái trò như thế nào, how easy or difficult it is, nó dễ hay khó như thế nào, how long it takes you to solve, nó tốn của mình là bao nhiêu lâu để mà giải được cái đó. Explain how you feel about it, và mình cảm thế nào về cái trò đó. Okay, you also have part 3 of puzzles. Now, what kind of puzzles are popular in your country? Cái loại giải ô chữ, giải đố nào nó thông dụng ở đất nước bạn? So think about Sudoku, you know Sudoku? And they are, so there's something called Sudoku. You work with numbers a lot, so probably you know this one. There are a crossword, there are jigsaw, and other kind of puzzles that require people to solve. But
Oh,
some,
this
but
also a kind of crossword.
what?
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw, yes. Well, jigsaw people just put together like pieces until it becomes a complete picture.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I see. Like a chess.
No, chess is not a puzzle because it's a game. A puzzle is when you don't know a lot of things, but you have to put together things to complete something until become a complete picture or a complete something. Like for example, crossword. You don't know what word it is, but you have to find out. For chess, you don't
Yeah.
have to find out anything. You just have to play, Cờ vua cờ tướng nó không phải là crossword nha. Nó không phải là puzzle nha. Tại vì
Ờ,
có tìm cái gì mới mẻ cả. Còn nó chỉ là chơi chơi trò chơi thôi.
không phải nó có cái cờ mà cái cờ sáu chấm á, 6 chấm hai đầu á.
Nó không phải là chess and well, cờ 6.2 đầu là gì ta? What is that game? I forgot.
Yeah.
What's the
À,
Vietnam name for that? Do you know?
chess it means cờ vua nói chung.
Chinese chess là cờ vua. Chinese chess. No, cờ tướng chứ. But another one is international chess. Or we call them chess, cờ vua. But those two things, I don't think they are puzzles. Of course, you can talk about them because it's related, somewhat related, but they're not exactly puzzle. Mình có thể đá động qua được cái vụ chơi cờ vua cờ tướng nha, tại vì nó cũng có liên quan đến một trò chơi, nhưng mà nó bản chất không phải puzzle nha. So you can talk about that in part 3, why not? Mình có thể đá động qua chuyện khác cũng được, no problem. Now, you should also talk about why they are popular. Tại sao nó lại popular? Tại sao nhiều người lại sử dụng, nhiều người chơi như vậy? And think about how attractive it is. Think about, yes, they educate young children with international chess as well. So when I was younger, there was a teacher who taught international chess in my elementary school. I still remember that, and I had a book that showed us how to play it. Now, next question is, should parents encourage their children to play with puzzles? Các bậc cha mẹ có nên khuyến khích trẻ nhỏ chơi với những cái trò giải ô chữ không, giải đố không? Puzzles here, you have to find the answer. Remember that. And what does it help children to achieve? Does it help them to, how can I say, to brainstorm, động não, to help them to brainstorm, to sharpen their problem solving skills, làm cho nó sắc bén lên cái kỹ năng giải quyết vấn đề của chúng. To sharpen their problem solving skill, does it help them to have a better logic, để không suy nghĩ quá cảm tính nữa, to have a better logic so they won't think in an illogical way, in the future that much. Well, think about, well, I rarely see children playing with puzzles and affecting their study, rarely, because puzzles is difficult. And hiếm khi nào mà có trẻ nhỏ chơi puzzle đến mức mà nó ảnh hưởng việc học lắm, thiệt luôn, nó hiếm lắm luôn á. Well, I rarely see that. Now, next question. So okay, you should also give examples. How it helped children, cho ví dụ là làm thế nào nó giúp trẻ nhỏ như thế nào. Like for example,
Learn about new words.
sorry?
Help them to learn about new words.
Of course, new
And
words, exactly.
uh, and of course they can spend their free time in a good way.
I agree. Now, so next question is, what kinds of puzzle improve people's intelligence? Những loại giải đố nào cải thiện trí thông minh của con người? Well, a lot of the time you can find puzzles with pictures, picture puzzles. We have, what's it called? Puzzles involving images. Images. Of course, there are different types of intelligence, and each kind of puzzles may be better at improving different kind of intelligence. Like, for example, if you play with puzzles involving images, it help your, what's it called? It can help your spatial intelligence. And also, what's it called? I forgot that kind of intelligence. Artistic intelligence as well. Nó có nhiều cái trí thông minh lắm nha. Mỗi một cái loại giải đố nó sẽ bồi bổ cho một cái loại trí thông minh nào đó nhất định. Spatial intelligence, trí thông minh về mặt không gian. Artistic intelligence, trí thông minh về mặt nghệ thuật. Alright, so you can talk about different type of intelligence, but most of the time it's just logical intelligence, like doing math, solving problems. There's also linguistic
yeah,
intelligence.
logical.
Yeah, linguistic intelligence. You can
And
that.
math.
Yeah, linguistic is language,
Yeah, and that's special.
You can talk about different types of
Spatial.
puzzles.
Spatial.
Spatial, not special, be careful. This is the
Spatial.
of space. Tính từ của chữ space á.
Spatial.
Spatial. Spatial, not special. It's the different word now.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so why do people enjoy solving puzzles? Tại sao con người ta là rất là thích giải ô chữ, giải đố các thứ? Maybe it's just the desire, it gives people the sense of achievement, cái cảm giác đạt được thành quả gì đó. It gives people the sense of achievement. It satisfies their curiosity. Curiosity. Called curiosity. Nó làm mãn nguyện cái trí tò mò của họ. It satisfies their curiosity. Does it help them in any other way? What do you think? Now, we
Yeah.
may focus on why do people enjoy it. Does it give any enjoyment? Nó có cho một cái sự là hưởng thụ, một cái sự vui vẻ, một cái sự thích thú nào đó không? Think about it. After solving a puzzle, sometimes people feel even happier. People feel happier than ever, because they feel that they have achieved something. It gives people the sense of achievement. And it can also boost confidence. Nó làm gia tăng cái sự tự tin vào bản thân nữa. It boosts confidence sometimes. And can you think of other reasons? Of course you should. Now, but we have part number 9 here, part 2, jigsaw you have completed. And also here, part 3 here, of puzzles. Okay, you have some time to think now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it now, Mr. Hưng. Please describe a puzzle you have completed. For example, jigsaw or crossword or something like that. They specify it has to be something like jigsaw or crossword or Sudoku or something like that. It cannot be chess or Chinese chess or any kind of like games like that. Người ta cụ thể hóa là cái loại nào luôn rồi đó. Chứ nó không thể nào mà là cờ vua cờ tướng được. Nhưng mà cái touch tree mình nói được
Crossword.
thì cái lái mới nói.
Crossword. Yeah.
Yes, okay. Let's describe a puzzle you have completed, please.
I would like to describe a crossword I have complete when I learn English few years ago. So
Years ago, a few years ago.
now normally when I learn English, I sometimes uh do I sometimes did a crossword
Okay.
from books from newspaper.
Uh-huh.
So with crossword we have to find English words
English.
to complete it with several hints, such as we have a word with 5 characters
With
and
what?
it has only 2 or 3, so we have to complete it with 2 missing characters.
Characters. Two missing.
And it normally we have to uh, look around to and the context to find the hint and find suitable words to fill it each character until every character can fill it. It it is not easy because
Supposed to be easy.
we can easily fill and find some work. However, at the end, we have to find something new, such that we do not know exactly the work, every work, and we have to
Word, you mean every letter of the word.
every letter, and
Mm.
even that the word is new with me, so I had to predict
Of course, you have to predict.
that,
Yeah.
predict, and the clockworks can take uh 15 minutes or 30 minutes or even 1 hour to solve, and sometimes I complete it, but sometimes I could not complete it, and I have to look into solution. Yeah. And I feel very excited if I can complete it, but sometimes I could not
Mm.
complete every
See,
word. So
I see.
yeah.
Now, so okay, let's try. Okay, let's try it once again. Describe a puzzle you have completed, like a jigsaw or crossword. You have a time limit.
So I would like to describe a puzzle I have completed with crossword. I I did crosswords several times when I learned English in school.
Mhm.
So I can I can do
Good.
crossword in books.
In the past, could do crossword in
Uh,
books.
that I could do crossword in books in newspaper.
Mhm.
So um
What
the
else?
crossword we have to find several characters to fill the missing cell to complete the words
Mhm.
at English words. So
English word.
words, so English words. So
How long?
it easy from beginning because we can find any word we know, but at the end it it was not easy because some word is still new with me. So for that, I have to predict and find and try to complete. And it took about 15 minutes or 30 minutes even took 1 hour to to complete crossword. Normally not longer than 1 hour. And if I can complete it, I feel very excited. But sometimes I could not complete it at all because it had a lot of new work with me, so I cannot complete it. And I have to see solution to to learn a new work, to learn new words there.
I see. Okay, it's good enough, I guess. All right, let's go to part three of puzzles now. So, what kind of puzzles are popular in your country?
I think crossword is more popular in our countries. We can find in books, in language book, and in newspaper. Several newspaper have that every week, and children or family can do that. So I think crossword is more popular, is the most popular
Mhm.
puzzle in our country. Uh, and
Anything else?
and, and maybe another kind is why difference. between two pictures. Also popular
Mm.
there. It means we can see two pictures in newspapers. So we have to find the differences between them, such
Between.
as 5, 10 differences between two pictures. So
I see. Now, so should parents encourage their children to play with puzzles?
I think parents should encourage their children to play puzzle because the children can learn something from puzzle, can remind
What is that?
knowledge,
Please specific. Please be specific. What is that something?
such that they can learn new words from puzzle. They can play together, how to play together. If the puzzle require two players, another thing is puzzle can help children to brainstorm, to remind about,
To remind who? Nhắc ai mới được chứ.
to remind the children about work a new work, what they learned before. So, and the children can spend their time in a good way. And I also mentioned that. So, of course, the puzzle encourages puzzle.
All right.
Learn.
I don't think that was a good answer. Now, so should parents encourage their children to play with puzzles?
So I think the children should encourage their children to play with puzzle because the puzzle can help the children to remind them about knowledge
Ch-
they learn, such
mm,
as knowledge about math,
mm.
about English words,
English
about
words.
special knowledge. So the children can learn from puzzle. And another benefit is the children can spend time for puzzle getting good and can remind their brain.
What?
And
Remind their brain? What do you mean?
it means uh, to remember what they have, to remember English word when they play crossword, find
Hmm.
new words. It means to my brain thinking.
No, it's
Yeah,
to make them brainstorm in order to
yeah,
force to
yeah,
think, you know?
yeah.
Bắt chúng phải suy nghĩ chứ, of course. Of course, they will force children to learn, to use their brain more, to brainstorm more. Okay, so what kinds of puzzles improve people's intelligence?
I think the kind of puzzle can help people to improve their intelligence is about spatial puzzle or work
What do you mean
puzzle,
spatial puzzle?
work puzzle.
What do you mean spatial puzzle? I don't understand.
Spatial puzzle, it means spatial
Puzzles about space, you mean about pictures, or something like
about
that?
picture, yes, about picture, to find differences between several picture or find something incorrect or that something like that. Such as we have a cat with 4 foot, but the cat had the cat had 4 foot, 4 feet, but in the picture the cat had 5 feet. So we have to find something like that.
I see.
Yeah.
Now, so why do people enjoy solving puzzles then? What do you think?
Um, People enjoy solving puzzles because that is a challenge. That is a challenging game. So people want to try to find solution, and sometimes they find solution for themselves, but sometimes they can play with others. So it is very excited if they are winner.
I
If we
see.
have
What is happening?
people, so we can win, or someone can find solution first. It is better than another one. And uh, the most important thing is puzzle is a challenging game. So finding solution completely is excited,
Most exciting.
more exciting for
Because that's
player.
describing the nature of something. Exciting, interesting. But if
Yeah,
you talk about like the feelings or the status of someone, you say excited, interested. Tính từ chủ động hay bị động. You remember those things we talked
yeah,
about? We did.
yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the next one. I don't think this one is an easy topic. No, it's not. You need to redo this one at home, okay? Please. Okay, so
Puzzle.
was done. It's done now. Okay, let's try something else. Let's try number 7. Describe a home that you like to visit but do not want to live in. Miêu tả một cái tổ ấm hay một cái nhà mà anh muốn, mà anh thích đi viếng thăm nhưng mà anh lại không có muốn sống trong đó. You should say where it is, what it is like, nó nằm ở đâu và nó nhìn như thế nào. Why you like to visit it? Why you like to visit it? Tại sao anh lại thích viếng thăm nó? Explain why you would not like to live there. Giải thích tại sao mình lại không có mong muốn sống ở nơi đó. And then talk through about home. It's quite easy. Do you prefer living in an apartment, flat or a house? Why? Các anh chị thích sống ở trong căn hộ hay một ngôi nhà hơn? Tại sao? House here means like it's not an apartment. It's a traditional house that has a garden, maybe, and you do not share the wall with anybody, you know. Nhà truyền thống giống kiểu không phải chia sẻ cái tường với ai á. Yeah. Well, so it just means that you're not living in an apartment in a big buildings. Anh chị thích sống ở đâu hơn? So what are the advantages and disadvantages of living in an apartment or a house? You need to talk about a lot of things related to this one, but I'm sure you can do this. Okay, let's take some time to think. Okay, Mr. Hung, please describe a home that you like to visit, but do not want to live in, please.
Uh, I would like to describe a home I visit last.
A home I visited.
I would like to describe a home
I
I
vi-
vi- I would like to describe a home that I visited last weekend. Uh, this home is
this home, this
this this home located in a small town in near to my house, and it has uh, a big garden and a big house as well. So, and it's this house allowed to visitor walk there because it have very big garden.
because because the house has a big garden. Or you can say there is or there was a big garden.
There,
There was a big garden. Let's say that.
there, it has. The house is located in a
Okay.
small town. Locate
It's located. The house is located.
the house located in a small town close to my house, and it has it has a big garden with a lot of flower and a water pond, and it also has a lot of big tree. So and it allowed to visitor to walk there
To walk.
and
To walk there.
walk there. So I I visited the house last weekend
That
because
we can. Because
because I visited the house last weekend because it has a good environment and very fresh air,
fresh.
uh,
It's very fresh.
fresh air, fresh air, and we can enjoy the environment there with a lot of uh, big trees.
Mm.
So I walk in the garden with my family.
Hmm.
However, I do not wa- I would not I would not like to live there because if we live there, we have to take care of the gardens and the house and the garden as well. And it take a lot of time uh to 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 maintain the garden and tree and to spend a lot of money uh to to maintain flower, maintain the house, and take a lot of time to cleanse how whatever, something like that. So
Mhm.
it's not easy to live there if we do
Of
not
course.
have uh, enough resources
There
to
aren't
maintain the
there isn't
house.
there aren't enough resources to live there, you mean?
Yes, yeah.
No, you have to
Uh,
say no, there aren't. Phải trả lời no mới đúng nha. No, there aren't enough resources. No, there
oh,
aren't enough. With English, you need to use no much more than yes, you know.
mm-hmm.
Remember that, please. No, just say no more. Cứ nói chữ no nhiều hơn trong tiếng Anh thôi. Just remember that. Now, let's do it once again because you need to keep 2 minutes, you know. Let's describe a home you like to visit but do not want to live in.
I would like to describe a
Describe.
home. I would like to describe a home that I visited last weekend with my family.
Last weekend.
Last, 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 last weekend with my family. The house located
The
in
house
a
is located.
the house located in
The house is
small
located. Nó được tọa lạc chứ không nó tự tọa lạc được. The house is located in something.
the house is located in a small town close to my house, and it it has a big garden with a lot of flower and big trees and a big grass grass there. So and the house also allow visitor to walk uh, through the garden. So, that's why I would like to visit it, and and I visited last week because it has very fresh air and with a lot of big tree, and we feel very relaxed.
Relaxed. We feel very relaxed.
Relaxed.
We feel
However, I would not like to live there because uh, it takes a lot of resources to maintain the house and to maintain the gardens as well.
as
So,
well as well. All right, so let's go to part three of home now. Do you prefer living in an apartment or a house and why?
I prefer to live in a house because if we live in a house, we have a front garden and back gardens. So if and another one, especially detached house should have a big garden back in the back, so we can plant any tree we want. And of course, we feel more private if we have the tree and the fan around the house. So, and we do not share any wall with another family. So that is the reason why I want to live in a house.
I see. Now, so what are the advantages of living in a house or an apartment? Can you talk about the advantages of both cases? Cả hai trường hợp luôn. Yeah, advantages of living in an apartment
So
and advantages of living in a house. Can you?
I think advantage of living in an
Advantages.
apartment is we do not care about service for building such as security
Security.
uh, around environment, protect service from protect the house or something like that.
Hmm.
Security Then of course the most important is security. The second thing is the service, because we only pay for that, and maybe the company can do. And then the second thing, we do not have to spend more time to clean or to maintain the house, including maintain garden or something like that. So the advantage of living in the house is we have more private space, including the house and garden, and we have space for plant some trees, and we have garden, so the children can play in the garden and can plant some trees or flower in the garden, and even sometimes we can go to garden and do
Yes.
something in the gardens, spend more time in garden.
I see. All right. So, what are the disadvantages of living in an apartment and then a house? Let's try.
For the advantages of living in apartment is sharing space with other family, such as sharing footpath, or sharing garden, or sharing live, or something like that. So even sharing floor or wall, it means two family have one wall. We can know
You mean to
another family
share the same wall? You mean?
there, there. And another thing is apartment do not have private garden. So even if we have a company to maintain the house, so we have to regulate if we have guests, some guests or some
Yes.
visitors. Yeah, we have to regulate with the company or something like that.
Register, you mean?
Yes, exactly.
Have to
If
register.
and if we live in a house, so the disadvantage is spending more time to maintain it, to maintain the house and to maintain the garden. So, and
Okay, let's
anything
talk
else.
about let's talk about the how can I say? Some people say that it's not very comfortable to live in an apartment because you share the wall with other people, so they make noise. You will find it sometimes very annoying, you know. You might find it
Yeah,
annoying.
exactly. That is the most
People very
disadvantages.
annoyed, but you can find living next to someone very annoying. Be careful with annoying and annoyed.
Noise.
Interesting, interested. Careful. Okay, so what do you think about the price? How about the prices of apartment and houses? Did you talk about it?
I think for apartment, the price of apartment is lower than price of house.
Houses.
Yeah, of houses. We can spend more money to buy a new house than apartment. And it
Yes.
means that we can spend more money to buy a new house, and And after that, to maintain the house or apartment, we have to pay for maintaining fee, for yearly fee for to company to maintain the apartment. But for house, we do not have to do so, but we have to pay for ourselves to do so, such as we have to buy tree or flower or to decorate the house or to plant in the garden and to spend money to
Yeah.
keep the garden beautiful, something like that. So
See. Now,
it
let's come to the next topic. Now, we lingered on this topic for a bit too long already. Now, so let's try 20. Describe a tradition. Tradition. Tradition.
condition.
Describe a tradition in your country. Miêu tả một truyền thống ở đất nước bạn. You should say what it is. Truyền thống gì vậy? Who take part in it? Ai tham gia vào truyền thống đó? What activities there are? Có những hoạt động gì ở đó? And explain how you feel about it. Và mình cảm thấy thế nào về cái truyền thống đó? Okay, and then of course this is only a part 2. Nó này chỉ là part 2 thôi. Okay, let's do describe a tradition in your country, please. Of course, you can describe a wedding. Why not?
I would like to describe.
Describe. Describe.
I want to describe
Like it is.
a wedding at a tradition event in my country. So the wedding is organized when a couple get married.
Get married.
Get married.
Married.
So the wedding is organized where a couple get married and in the wedding required family from both from their family and their friend as well. So normally it is organized in the hometown of
In the hometown of the bride and the groom, you mean?
a bride and groom. Yeah, bride and groom. So maybe and in the place in the city where the couple live, where they live. So sometimes it can be happened in 3 places. So it takes too much time for them. And the wedding include a traditional event at home.
Traditional event.
Traditional event at home and another party for families and friends. So it can happen at one place or at 3 places. It depends on the hometown, the hometown. So it can take a lot of time or just only 1 or 2 days. And of course, their families and their friends are very excited to attend the event. However, for
Not
the heart,
not if they have to give lucky money, a lot of lucky money.
the the and of course they had to give lucky money.
I think it's not called lucky money. Lucky money is used for Lunar New
for
Year, I
for
think.
the Lunar New Year.
Oh,
I don't think
wedding money. Let's just call it wedding money.
lunar money. Yeah, but
Mon- Yes.
they attend it at a party. So and with other friends, and they can meet each other and chat together. Yeah.
Okay, good. Now let's move on to the next one. Um, okay, so let's talk about number 21. Let's try it. Describe a time when you encouraged someone to do something that he or she didn't want to do. Miêu tả một thời điểm mà các anh chị đã khuyến khích ai đó làm một cái gì đó mà anh ta hoặc cô ta không có muốn làm điều đó. You should say who he or she is. Like, for example, you encourage your children to go to sport clubs or go to the gym or something like that, you know. But of course, children, they don't really like that. Sometimes they don't like that. And or someone like didn't want to go to the party, but you encourage them to go. For example, like that. You should say who he or she is. Cái người đó là ai vậy? What you encouraged him or her to do. Anh chị đã khuyến khích cái người đó làm gì? How he or she reacted. Cái người đó đã phản ứng lại thế nào? Explain why you encouraged him or her to do it. Giải thích tại sao mình lại khuyến khích cái người đó để làm điều đó. And then you have part 3 of encouraging others. Part 3 của chuyện khuyến khích người khác nè. How can managers encourage their employees? Những người quản lý hay những người giám đốc khuyến khích những nhân viên của họ như thế nào? Like, for example, you can think about encouraging employees with a raise. Basically, a raise means a bonus. No, not a bonus. A raise means their salary will increase. Tăng lương thôi, a raise. Of course, that's the most effective. That's the most effective method to encourage employees, of course. Besides, they do a lot of team building. You know, in Vietnam, they do a lot of team building, xây dựng đội nhóm này nọ, a lot of activities
Yeah.
like, and they encourage the employees to join in
Activities.
hoạt động văn nghệ, to join in music, shows, fashion show, something like that. A lot of weird things that demands a lot of time, you know, and effort for zero money, for no money. Now,
Mhm.
so there are ways to encourage the employees. For example, giving paid vacations. It means that their vacations are paid. So even though if you go on vacation, they still receive the salary for those days. Đi du lịch nhưng mà vẫn được hưởng lương. Yeah, paid vacations. Or it can means that those day off for vacations are paid by the company. Công ty trả cho những cái ngày mà được đi nghỉ đó luôn. Và trả cho những chuyến đi đó luôn. All right, it can mean both things, you know, or each of what I'm talking about. Now, giving paid vacations, giving better benefit package, gói lợi ích cho nhân viên. Like better benefit package include what? It includes maternal leave, nghỉ thai sản. So it means that if you're a woman, then the company will allow you, like, for example, 3 or 4 months
But
off, and you still receive the salary for that, which is excellent, I think. Wait, what is the law in the UK for maternal leave? How many months do they receive the money?
6 months,
What's the law
six,
in
6 months.
6 months? How about in Vietnam? Do you know the law in Vietnam?
The law in Vietnam is, I think, 3 months or
Minimum 3 months, you
no,
think?
4 months, I think.
Ah, I
I'm not
see.
sure. I'm not sure.
Right, I see. There's also benefit package include, like, of course, health insurance. Of course, there must be in there. Health
Yeah,
insurance must be, bắt buộc phải có rồi đó. So, what else? Sometimes working for the company, the employees receive, how can I say, a discount on buying companies' products. Or sometimes the company encourage workers to buy companies shares, mua cái cổ phần công ty, mua cổ phiếu công ty. Yeah,
yeah.
that's actually an excellent way to keep employee with the company. Một cách mà tuyệt vời luôn á, để giữ chân nhân viên là kêu mua cổ phần công ty. Yeah. because
And
because
public workers.
of course their money is with the company. They cannot escape that easily.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think that's bad. Good and bad at the same time. All right, so those are some ways that managers can encourage their employees. You can think about other things. Okay, so next question. When should parents encourage their children? Khi nào các bậc cha mẹ, khi nào nên khuyến khích trẻ nhỏ của họ? Of course, you're a parent, you know it. You know the answer. So, you can also talk about how some family they overdo it, làm quá mức á. Khen quá nhiều. Sometimes they encourage too much, or giving compliment too much, or sometimes they don't do it at all. You know, and what is the consequences? What are the consequences? Hậu quả của chuyện làm quá nhiều hoặc làm quá ít, cái đó là như thế nào? Khuyến khích quá nhiều hay là không hề khen thưởng gì cả, không khuyến khích gì cả thì sao? You should talk about consequences. Okay, so what
Yeah.
kind of encouragement should parents give? Những bậc cha mẹ nên cho những cái loại hình khuyến khích như thế nào? So it means that the parents give encouragement to their children, but how? What kind of encouragement? Like, for example, giving more weekly allowances. Mỗi tuần cho
Allowance.
tiền. Yeah, giving more
Allowance.
weekly allowances in case they do something good. For example, I think it's very effective. Money is always very effective.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, so another kind of an encouragement could be a trip to um
To visit somewhere.
interesting places.
Yeah.
A trip to interesting places with parents. Well, it only works. I think it only works for elementary school scholars. But when children reaches the age of about 10, 11, or 12, I don't think it works that much. Okay, and also parent,
Or
yeah,
games or toy or something like that.
exactly. It's a toy, something like that. But I think the word
Uh,
it's basically giving them an iPad or an iPhone, then just leave them
no,
be.
no. The
Worst thing. That's the
so
worst thing
just,
about it, I think.
yeah.
Now, yeah,
To buy something they would like to have, such as
exactly.
Several children they love reading,
Mm,
so parents should give them books,
mhm,
interesting books, something. Maybe bring them to a bookstore or library to
mm,
encourage them to do so. So that is a good way. But some children they would like to have more and more Legos. So we can buy Lego for special event or special results.
mm,
Such that if they have a good mark in school, so we can buy uh, a, a backup Lego for it for
mm.
special event, for Christmas, for summer, or for some whatever.
Christmas.
Yes,
Exactly. Now, last question in this one. Do you think some people are better than others at motivating others? Anh chỉ có nghĩ rằng một số người tốt hơn, một số người thì họ tạo động lực tốt hơn so với những người khác không? Like, for example, some people are just born with the ability to motivate others. But of course, a lot of others, they have to learn how to motivate, you know? It's a skill. It's like to encourage others to do better, to improve themselves, something like that. You can give
I
example,
think
encourage
I
or
think
motivate people to go to the gym, to take classes, to improve their image, for example, you know. All right, you have some time to think now. All right, Mr. Hung, please describe a time when you encouraged someone to do something that he or she didn't want to do.
the I I would like to describe the time I encourage
Encourage. Number hai. Encourage.
encourage
Encourage.
I encourage my children to paint the picture about tiger,
Mm.
about dragon.
Dragon.
So
Dragon.
dragons. Um, Normal. We paint every animal for each year, for each New Year's.
For
So
each year.
for each New Year. So this year we paint a dragon.
Mm.
So this year is dragon year. So we want to paint dragon. That is the reason why I encourage my children to paint a dragon. So to paint a dragon, it took a lot of time to do so because it includes a lot of
Details.
details. So it took a lot of time, and I encourage my children to complete it, and they paid a lot. However, for a dragon paint, it took a lot of time, so sometimes they feel boring to complete it. So
So
I
what they
have to
feel bored. Cẩn thận, cẩn thận. Sometimes they feel bored. Yes.
sometimes they feel bored to complete it. So I have to encourage them to complete it.
Encourage.
Encourage them to complete it, to complete the paint.
Mhm.
Uh,
Okay, let's do it again. Describe a time when you encourage someone to do something they didn't want to do.
I would like to describe the time I
Da, da, da,
encourage
da, 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 da.
the
That time.
the time I encourage my children to paint a dragon. We pay my children paint a lot of animals, and they paint this year
This
is
year,
dragon. This year is dragon, so we would like to paint a dragon for it. And my children do paint a lot, so they do not want to have much. So that is the reason why I have to encourage them to paint a dragon. And another thing is a dragon had a lot of details.
detail,
So
detail.
details.
So there are a
The
lot of
dragon had a lot of details, so it took a lot of time to complete the paint.
the paint,
Dragon
the
paint.
painting.
Yeah, so and in fact they took more than 1 month to complete it.
In fact, it took more than 2 months or 1 month to
Yeah,
complete.
it took 1 month to complete it.
Okay, and is that all? Okay, now let's go to part 3 of encouraging others. So how can managers encourage their employees then?
I think manager can encourage their employee by provide
By
the
prov
emotion,
by provide
provide by providing the objective
what?
and clear
Er,
plan objective.
I don't understand.
Objective mean the target and
The
the benefits.
objective, you mean
Objective,
the objective,
objective and benefits.
objective, the objectives,
Yeah.
objectives. Careful.
Yeah, managers can encourage their employees by providing the objectives and the
Objectives,
benefits.
objectives, vs. Objective.
Objective, objectives and benefits of each activities. Benefits of activities, and of course
Anything else?
normally I think the benefit is the most good the most good
The
way to
best.
encourage.
The best.
The bad
Encourage.
ways to encourage the employees.
Okay, now, so when should parents encourage their children?
I think the parent should encourage their children every time, such as do homework, doing homework, going out, visit to library every time,
Library.
library, and doing homework and clean their rooms, cleaning their rooms, something like that, and doing homework, even going out because um, because the children sometimes would like to do so, sometimes they do not want to do so. So
Mhm. Exactly.
they,
Sometimes you have to
they,
force.
they, they, they do not have enough knowledge to know that, to know the benefit of the activity.
Maybe
So
they know it, but they just are not interested enough, you know?
yeah, exactly. That's
Maybe
something like that.
they know it's good for them, but they just don't have the interest, you know,
Yeah,
không có hứng thú gì cả, they don't have the interest. They just, they don't have the interest
the
to do
interest.
so. All right, so what kind of encouragement should parents give to children then?
Uh, I think the encouragement,
Encouragement,
the the encouragement,
encouragement,
the encouragement,
tiếng Anh hay anh.
the encouragement,
Encourage, the encouragement.
the encouragement is good for children to help them to do their activity better. But how to help them to do so? Can we can parent can encourage
Encourage,
by
encourage.
encourage parent can encourage their children uh,
Like
by, by their talk, by their speak,
by
or by their give, by their
by
speak or
language.
by their gifts.
Hmm.
Sometimes for the speed it is good. However, sometimes children, parents should give them several gifts such as uh, puzzle, um, puzzle, toys, books, even favorite food, something like
Of
that.
course,
Cooking,
just
favorite, cooking favorite foods.
of course,
It is
favorite.
very, very good for children, I think.
I believe so too. Food does work, but
Yes,
the older they become, the less effective those methods become, you know?
yes, exactly.
Okay, so
And
so do you think some people are better than others at motivating others?
that I think so because that it de that it depend on the activity, the uh, attitude,
Mhm.
the
Mm.
attitude, such as uh,
Attitude.
attitudes,
It depends on
such
their
as
attitude.
that it is it depends on their attitude,
Mhm.
such as uh, an active person will provide more energy to other in their story, in their body language, by their story, by their body language. Uh, yeah, and of course, when we talk with very active person or positive person, we feel we have more energy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, but some people, they just, need to learn how to motivate others. It's a skill that people need to learn. Not everyone is successful at this one.
That I think so.
I see.
Mm,
Anything else you want to add?
it is also
Yeah.
it is also it also depend on their knowledge.
There
If they
are
have
knowledge, không có cần knowledge anh ơi.
knowledge,
It also
if
depends. There are knowledge.
their knowledge, if they have uh,
Yes.
knowledge about something, they
Okay.
can have more active they,
Sorry, they can have more
talk, active talk about that, and they can,
direct talk. You mean nói trực tiếp hả?
yeah,
You mean direct talk, like face-to-face direct talk about
yeah,
problems.
and can.
Interesting. Okay, I think that's all for today now.
I think okay, yes.
All right. Okay, so I'll see you later then. I'll see you on Tuesday. Remember, the Tuesday we learn an hour. We study an hour.
I also I am also busy on Tuesday, so we can
Make up for
skip.
that.
Yeah, we can skip on Tuesday.
We can make up another day. Like for
Yeah.
example, are you okay today?
How about Wednesday?
Wednesday, I'm busy. I cannot.
Okay.
Okay, I'm okay. This Saturday, I mean tomorrow and Sunday, I am available somehow. I can do that if you are
Uh,
not busy tomorrow.
Saturday. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
So what
Yeah.
do you think?
Okay. Tomorrow. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, what time tomorrow can we do it?
10 is okay. It means 4 p.m.
12 p.m. You mean my Vietnamese time?
Yes.
Would you like to do it? Okay, I am free tomorrow morning, Vietnam time at 10 o'clock Vietnam time in the morning. So it means what time is it over there?
4 p.m. 4 a.m.
Oh no,
No.
no. Maybe. Okay, I think
How
maybe
how about
five.
three?
Okay, let's just like normal time, 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. Vietnam time tomorrow.
How about 3 to 5? It's okay.
I
Việt
can't.
Nam.
I can't.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay.
okay.
Let's
Bye
let's just,
you.
let's just say 5 p.m. Vietnam time tomorrow.
Yes.
Mai năm
Okay.
giờ chiều Việt Nam nha. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
See
Bye.
you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Tomorrow.